Good morning, everybody. I'm Teresa Perrin, and this is my stock market watch list for Friday, November 11th, 2022. Happy Veterans Day to all the vets out there. Futures are green again today, and oil is also green. Please remember, nothing I say is financial advice, and smash that like button. I'd greatly appreciate it. If there's any tickers you think that I should be watching, please consider adding them to the comments below. PSNY, Polestar Automotive, is up almost 10% in pre-market. They are supposed to be reporting earnings this morning. So guys, I expect good things to come from them. I think that they've been beaten down to half of their SPAC price, and they are definitely due for a nice move to the upside if they report something good today. Carvana, ticker C as in Charlie, V as in Victor, N as in November, A as in Alpha. All right, guys, Carvana has been on an absolute tear. It was up 31.36% yesterday, and it's already up 2% in the after hours at time of taking this screenshot. Guys, I think that Carvana is on its way to a beautiful short squeeze, potential gamma squeeze as well. Please check out my video on this if you haven't already. There's a lot more information. Meta, guys, this has also been on an absolute tear this past week. They are up 10.19% yesterday, and it is just slightly down 0.5% in pre-market, but as you can see, it's basically just trading sideways. Guys, I do expect the continuation of this move up. There is a large gap fill still to the upside, which we are currently in the middle of filling. I believe it's to around $128. So as you can see, that's still a significant move up that we have with Meta. Disney. Here's another stock, guys, that has been on an absolute tear. Disney was up $3.68 or 4.24% yesterday, and it's already up 76 cents or 0.84% in the after hours. This chart is gorgeous. I absolutely love it and think it is going to have a nice breakout to the upside today. GE. Guys, GE also has a very beautiful chart. If you pull it out, it's just been like continuously in an uptrend, and I think it has a long way to go, at least another $10 or so. I'm not saying that that's going to happen today, but I think that it continues its nice steady move to the upside that we have been seeing. Upstart, did I say this, guys? Because I feel like I missed it. If you haven't already seen my video on Upstart, check it out. It was up 27.19% yesterday, and is up 1% in the after hours, and I think this is also a very, very high candidate for a potential short squeeze and gamma squeeze. So this is high on my watch list. Halliburton. Okay, guys. Hal is up. Well, yesterday was up 2.69% after being pulled back very, very hard the day prior. It's already up another 2.91% in pre-market this morning, and I believe it's going to continue this move to the upside now that gas and oil are back in the green. I don't know what that pullback was all about, but it happened to a lot of oil plays on XOM's earnings, which were not I'm sorry, I don't know. It was Oxy's earnings, excuse me, that did not live up to what the expectations were, and it affected a lot of these companies. But I do believe that this continues its move to the upside. And like I said, I am watching for that break over the next couple of days or week of $40, and then the break through the all-time or the 52-week high. Mullen is another stock that has been going in cycles. Guys, I love everything that Mullen has been doing strategically. I think that they are in an amazing position, and I don't believe that this is a pump and dump play. I believe getting Mullen below 50 cents is a huge opportunity, and I really don't care if they keep this down for a while because it allows me to keep building to my position. And I am a firm believer that Mullen is going to be an absolute banger of a company, and I'm not worried about the interim, but I do think that it has some more room to run to the upside today. AVCT. All right, guys, this created a bull flag, as you can see here, that people don't want to admit to, but see it dipped all the way down to 70 cents, went to as high as 88 cents, and then started flagging. Guys, I expected this to break out either at end of day yesterday, but it continued its sideways movement. But as you can see, it started that breakout in pre-market already before 7 a.m. It was up 2.34%, and I do believe AVCT has another move to the upside today. I just want you to know that this is good movement, despite what people want you to believe. Going from 70 cents to 88 cents during a single day's move from low to high, even though, yes, some of this was in pre-market, that's substantial, guys. And every stock, it's not going to go straight up. It's going to pull back, and this is exactly what you want it to do because now it's creating levels of support, which we don't have below $1. So I am happy with the way that this is moving, and I think we see a continuation upwards. NVTA, guys, you gotta love NVTA. Or NVTA, I should say, but NVTA is the ticker. If you haven't seen what's been going on with this big candlestick here in the middle, this is earnings. It shot all the way up to like $2.99. Then they pulled it all the way back down to less than it was at the start of the day, going into the CPI all in the same day. It made no sense because earnings absolutely crushed it. And then as you can see, it recovered yesterday on CPI news. Now I'm waiting to see the continuation for the next leg up in NVTA. Again, it's Friday, so anything's possible. Matterport had amazing earnings yesterday, guys. They are up 21.72% in the past week. They went all the way down to as low as like $2 and I want to say like below $2.50, I think, yesterday. Then gapped up on earnings news, which you can see here, creating a little mini bull flag on this chart on the weekly. And I think that it's going to break out and continue this move upwards. It has been highly beat down, and I think that this is a great price range for Matterport that I remember trading when it was like $20. SNAL, guys, this is a recent IPO that's just seen some crazy volatility. I personally am not going to play this one, but there's an opportunity in both directions, in my opinion, depending on which way the market takes it. Just be careful. I'm not quite sure what's going on with this, but it's certainly been interesting to watch the last 2 days. Tattooed Chef. Okay, guys, originally I thought earnings were not until next week on this, and then strangely enough, they popped up in the after hours, like after 5 p.m., which I wasn't expecting, and earnings was really quite poor. They were actually up on the day, and they ended up pulling down to like $3.20 or 30 cents at its low yesterday. It's starting to recover from that. Tattooed Chef, despite the fact that they're not profitable at the moment, guys, I don't know if anyone else has noticed, but I've noticed that they are growing, that the sections are getting bigger and bigger in the grocery store with more offerings. Grocery stores that didn't carry their products are starting to carry their products. And I'll be honest, I bought some to try it. Back in my younger years, I was a vegetarian, and I still enjoy vegetarian food at times, and their food is actually really good. So I do believe that Tattooed Chef is going to be an absolute banger of a company, and I took a starter position on this pullback because this is their 52-week low. And I saw an opportunity and I jumped on it. So again, it's just a starter position. They've been beat down since $28. They've gone down, down, down. And I think eventually this is going to give. And when it does, it's going to be like that elastic that just pops. When that happens, I'm not sure, which is why I just took a very small starter position, but I am watching it closely. Apron. All right, guys, the day that this starts finally getting some momentum to the upside, what happens? Oh, of course, an offering comes out. I'm sure it's more than likely to cover some of those naked shortings that, in my opinion, have been happening. There's no proof, so I should probably not say that. Again, pure speculation, but it seems to be that companies that have these issues going on all of a sudden get these offerings the second that they start to move to the upside and gain momentum. You have to ask yourself why. Well, obviously that affected it, and Apron is at a 52-week low. Guys, it's kind of pathetic where it's trading. Does it get a rebound today, or does it continue this move downwards? I'm not sure. I'm not married to any direction. I think it's quite disgusting, to be perfectly honest with you. I hope that it does get a squeeze for those of you that are invested in this play, because it's been beat down very hard. Neog, N-E-O-G, Neogen. Guys, this is another stock that I have been watching and calling out on Twitter. I hope that some of you caught this play. I called it out at around $13 originally. And now you can see we're at 1585 in pre-market. This has a long way to run. I believe this is like half of what its 52-week high was. It could even be slightly over, slightly less, but somewhere around there. And guys, I do believe there's a lot more room to the upside to run, especially if the market's picking back up. So NEOG is high on my watch list. Oops, sorry, repeat of Halliburton. Can you tell where my mind was this morning? ROKU. ROKU, guys, has been an absolute banger to the upside since their horrible earnings. Well, I don't even think the earnings were that horrible, but something they said brought it really down. And ever since, though, it's been recovering, and I think that it's going to continue with the market moving up to move to the upside. This is another stock that's been heavily, heavily shorted. I believe at one time this stock was over $300, so it has a long way to the upside to go, and I am definitely watching it for a continuation of the move up with the market being green. All right, TWLO, TWLO, another one that got beat up on earnings. Believe it or not, guys, their earnings were actually a beat. There was other things going on that people didn't like, and it had a massive sell-off. As you can see, the low of this candle was $65.08. So it traded all the way down to like $40 or something, 42, somewhere around there, guys. I forget the exact number. But I said, looked at the earnings, said these aren't bad at all. I don't know what's going on here, but I like the company at this price, and I'm going to start nibbling. So that's exactly what I've been doing, and it's just been nice, slow and steady, moving to the upside with a gap up yesterday following the CPI, and we still have this gap to 65.08, which is another $15 that I think will come very quickly for TWLO as long as the market continues that move up. Again, this is another heavily shorted stock. CGC, Canopy Growth Company. All right, guys, all pot stocks, not just CGC. That's just one I picked, but Tilray, Sundial, Cloverleaf. There's so many. SBEV, Aurora. They've all been moving up lately. I think it has something to do with midterm elections and possible legalization. Good earnings, I believe, came from CGC, which started this trend again. Anyways, I think that they've been beat down very, very hard, and I think there's growth opportunity in these names, as well as with the market being green. I think they are going to take off in recession. Pot stocks tend to move in recession, so let's see what happens. GFI. All right, guys, here's another one that if you follow me on Twitter, you know that I've been calling out, and it's had great moves. Yesterday, it went to like $12.70. It's pulled back, which it's been doing on its runs. So I'm looking to see if it gets another move to the upside because precious metals, gold, silver have been trending upwards, guys, with the dollar falling down. And I do think that this has a lot more room to run. Alibaba. All right, again, Chinese stocks are moving to the upside this morning, and I do think we're going to see continuations in plays like Alibaba, JD, Billy, TAL, EDU. There's a lot of them, guys. So keep them on your radar. I think that there's a good potential move to the upside in a lot of these names. Thank you so much for watching. Happy Veterans Day to all the vets out there, and have an excellent day, guys.